Alright, junior archaeologists, welcome to today's video where we talk about 5 terms, or I guess 5 classes of terms you should know if you are a CRM archaeologist. Anyway, I've got to get going. First type of word. Know the difference between survey and excavation. I feel like if you've been all the way through your undergrad and a field school, you should know the difference between those terms. But then again, I don't know what they teach in schools these days. So first off, a survey is literally just that. You're going around looking for sites. That's it. I mean, there are various methods, but you know, that's basically at its core what survey is. And excavation as well. Excavation. It's what you think of when you think of archaeology. Alright, second group of words to be aware of, or to know. Per diem and reimbursement. Reimbursement's relatively easy. Reimbursement basically are any expenses you incur on a project that are project related. So you can't pay you like your electric bill or something, but like you can, you know, you buy a meal, you buy groceries for the week, something like that, and then you turn in the receipt, and that is reimbursement. Although some companies are weird about what they'll reimburse. You know, something to be aware of. The other thing to pay attention to, or the other thing to know, is per diem. Per diem is basically a flat lump sum you're paid for living expenses. You can spend it however you like, and the best part is that it is tax-free. And it can come in the form of cash, although that's getting increasingly rare, or a direct deposit, or a check. One thing to be aware of, though, is that some companies will give you like X number of dollars, usually like 40 something bucks a day per diem, and then pocket the rest, because yes, they are getting the full 150 or whatever a day from the client, and then they're giving you 40, and then they're quote unquote using the rest to pay for your accommodations. Although in my experience, a lot of companies are so freaking cheap that they're pocketing a lot of that. I remember there was a project in Utah where we were getting, we were getting all right per diem. Thing is, the company was supposed to be picking up the housing, and they had us camping, and the camping spot we were at cost, I want to say $5 a day, and we were getting, I forget what we were getting per diem. It wasn't that much, so you can imagine how much the company was pocketing. Anyway, second group of words done. That you should be aware of, even though I really can't help you too much, are phases. Every time you look at an ad, you'll see phase X project, well technically phase 1 project, survey, or phase 3 project, survey, or phase 3 excavation. The reason I can't help you is because phase actually differs according to region. You can always go to a archaeology themed Facebook group, or maybe turn to like archaeology Twitter to ask, hey, I'm about to do a project in this state. and it's advertised as a phase 2. What does that mean? In a similar vein, number 4 is basically all the navigation jargon you'll hear on the job. Things like UTMs and true north versus magnetic north. And NAD 84 versus NAD 27. There's like a bajillion of them, and you should, well, hopefully you become aware of them as you go along your career. But those are actually all really easy to Google, so look them up before you get super confused. I mean, most of you carry a phone anyway. You know, on your first job, no one's gonna care if you look up what is NAD 84 or something. And on to number 5. Today's list. And the thing that got me started thinking about this video is one term that I had always heard thrown around for years, but never knew what it was. And that is APE. Oh my god, it's such a simple word. And it stands for Area Projected Effect. Effectively, it's your project area. And I would ask people, what does that mean? And a lot of people just didn't know. Like, it's one of those words that was passed down from archaeologist to archaeologist, and no one knew what it meant. And in a roundabout way, that brings me to the whole point of this video. You know, maybe I'll throw up graphics, what each term means or something, or a glossary, or maybe make up a glossary and put it in the description. But the main thing is, in this age of smartphones and Google, look stuff up. Too many times you see people who get on a project and they literally signed all the paperwork and they get there and they haven't done any research. Like, you know, they know what it is to be an archaeologist, but they don't necessarily know why they're there or even what they're doing. They just kind of show up and expect to be told what to do, which happens sometimes, but archaeology is it's a sort of job where you can't you can try to micromanage everyone, but it's not necessarily a job where it's practical or even possible to micromanage everyone. There'll be plenty of times where you're just out on your own. Even if you're on a big crew, there'll be whole sections of the day where it's basically just you and, you know, your equipment. And in those instances, you know, you can't be calling someone every 5 minutes to ask, you know, what does this mean, what does that mean? Look it up yourself, you know. These 5 terms that I have described, these 5 families or groups of terms I've described, and 4 groups of terms. 4 groups of terms and 1 actual, like, single term. Are all stuff that I used to hear all the time, and before I got my first job, did not quite understand when I was looking at all these job ads. And it's like, come on, man, you're looking at most of these job ads on the internet, so look them up. Understand what you're signing up for before you send in your resume and your cover letter. Anyway, I hope that was useful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Or no. Have a good day, guys. I always forget what my closing phrase is, but whatever.